Welcome back to Character Conversions, where I try to bring fictional characters to life in D&D. Today is another request from LRP Gaming for the masked man of Naruto, Obito Uchiha. For stats, we'll be using the standard array of the player's handbook divided up as you see here. Dexterity and Wisdom will be our primary stats, with Constitution bringing up the rear for helping us survive in melee. We also have decent Charisma because Obito wasn't exactly unlikable growing up. For race, as I determined in Itachi, the Uchiha are likely Sun Elves, so we'll be going with High Elf. This increases our Dexterity by 2 and our Intelligence by 1 to 17 and 9 respectively. We have Dark Vision out to 60 feet, Fey Ancestry gives us advantage on saves against being charmed, and immunity to magical sleep effects. We rest by going into a trance for 4 hours a day, Keen Senses gives us proficiency with Perception, our cantrip of choice will be Firebolt, because as an Uchiha we are quite good with Fire Jutsu, and our languages are Common and Elven. For background, to represent being a ninja, we will go with the criminal background, calling it Spy or Ninja. This gives us proficiency with Deception and Stealth as skills, we have proficiency with one gaming set of our choice, and Thieves' Tools. For our feature, we gain Criminal Contact, giving us a liaison to the criminal underworld, or perhaps this is simply how we accept ninja missions. For class, Obito is a very well-versed character. He fights, gathers information, and leads. So we'll be going with one of the well-versed classes, Ranger. This gives us a D10 hit die, proficiency with light and medium armor, as well as shields, simple and martial weapons, and our saves are strength and dexterity. For skills, we will pick up insight and survival. We need to be able to read people and survive on our own out in the wild. As a first level ranger, we gain favored enemy and natural explorer. Neither of these are good for Obito, so we will be swapping them out for favored foe and deft explorer. With favored foe, now when we hit a creature with an attack, we can mark them as our favored enemy for 1 minute or until we lose concentration, as if this were a spell. The first time on each of our turns that we hit the creature, we deal an additional 1d4 damage. We're able to use favored foe a number of times per long rest equal to our proficiency bonus. Deft Explorer grants us the Canny ability, allowing us to choose one of our skill proficiencies and double our proficiency ability for that skill. Let's go with Perception, improving our visual prowess. As a second level ranger, we choose our fighting style, and gain access to our spellcasting with 2 first level spells. For our fighting style, the appropriate choice would be unarmed fighting. We're a dex-based build, so we'll be using short swords anyway. So instead, we'll be going with defense. This will increase our AC by 1 so long as we are wearing armor. Because it will be impossible to make attacks phase through us all the time, this is D&D, we will instead aim for a higher AC to make sure attacks miss us as often as possible. As a third level ranger, we choose our Conclave. Because we want the ability to teleport and become intangible, we'll be going with the Horizon Walker Conclave. This grants us Detect Porter, allowing us to, as an action, detect the distance and direction of a portal within 1 mile once per short rest. Planner Warrior allows us to, as a bonus action, choose a creature within 30 feet, and the next time we hit them with a weapon attack, all that damage becomes force damage, and they take 1d8 additional force damage. Primeval Awareness allows us to spend a spell slot, and then for 1 minute per level of that spell slot, we can sense whether certain creatures are within 1 mile of us, or 6 miles if it's a favorite terrain. Horizon Walker Magic grants us protection from evil and good. It won't count against the number of spells we know. For our first level spell this level, we will pick up Fog Cloud. I don't remember if Obito ever used a smoke bomb, but we're still a ninja, so I think we should have the option. Fourth level is our first ability score improvement. We will trade this for the Magic Initiate feat, picking up the Friends and True Strike cantrips, as well as the Shield spell. Friends can be a low-level genjutsu of the Sharingan, and True Strike our ocular prowess. And Shield is how we will represent attacks phasing through us by raising our AC and making the attack miss. Since it lasts for a whole round, it's quite effective. 5th level Rangers gain extra attack, meaning we can now make 2 attacks with the attack action instead of 1. Horizon Walker Magic grants us Misty Step. 30-foot teleportation is definitely a power of our Sharingan. And for our second level spell this level, we will grab Silence. 6th level Rangers gain an improvement to our favored foe die, increasing it to a D6. Deft Explorer also improves, now granting us Roving. With this, our speed is increased by 5 feet, and we gain a climbing and swimming speed equal to our walking speed. Not exactly spider climb or water walking, but good enough in my opinion, and it won't cost us spell slots. As a 7th level Horizon Walker, we gain Ethereal Step and a 2nd level spell. Ethereal Step allows us to, once per short or long rest, as a bonus action, cast the Etherealness spell without expending a spell slot until the end of our current turn. For our 2nd level spell, we will grab Pass Without Trace. Being able to move stealthily is obviously important for a ninja, but it is also a decent stand-in for us teleporting into well-guarded areas. We just sneak in and we're not seen, then we say we teleported there. At 8th level, we gain our next ability score improvement. we'll trade this for the Unearthed Arcana 38 feat, Stealthy. This will increase our dexterity by +1 to an 18, give us expertise with the stealth skill, and in addition, if we are hidden, we can move up to 10 feet in the open without revealing ourselves, so long as we end our movement in a position where we are not clearly visible. Think of it like pseudo-teleporting, allowing us to get around easier without costing us spell slots. As a 9th level Horizon Walker Magic grants us the Haste spell. For our 3rd level spell, we will pick up Water Walk. At 10th level, our Deft Explorer improves once again, granting us Tireless. As an action, we can gain a number of temporary hit points equal to 1d8 plus our Wisdom modifier. We can do this a number of times equal to our proficiency bonus each long rest, and in addition, when we complete a short rest, we lower our exhaustion level by 1. Perhaps this is a result of half our body being comprised of Hashirama cells. As an 11th level Horizon Walker, we gain Distance Strike and another 3rd level spell. Distance Strike allows us to pass between the planes in the blink of an eye. When we take the attack action, we can teleport up to 10 feet before each attack to an unoccupied space we can see. If we attack at least 2 different creatures with the action, we can make 1 additional attack against a 3rd creature. For a 3rd level spell, let's grab Meld into Stone, another representation of Obito's abilities to pass through objects. 12th level is our next ability score improvement. We'll drop this into our dexterity, capping it off at 20. At 13th level, Horizon Walker Magic grants us Banishment. Clearly this is how we send people away into our calm weak lane. For our 4th level spell, this level let's grab Freedom of Movement. Our ability to phase through people means we just can't be stopped or held down. At 14th level, we gain the Final Favored Foe improvement, raising the die to 1d8. We also gain Vanish, allowing us to take the hide action as a bonus action, and we can no longer be tracked by non-magical means unless we choose otherwise. As a 15th level Horizon Walker, we gain Spectral Defense and a 4th level spell. Spectral Defense is probably the best representation of Obito's defensive abilities. Now when we take damage from an attack, we can use our reaction to give ourselves resistance to all the attack's damage this turn. For a spell, we will grab Dominate Beasts to represent the Sharingan's ability to control minds. At 16th level, we gain another ability score improvement. We drop this into our Constitution and Intelligence, raising them to 14 and 10 respectively. 17th level Horizon Walker Magic grants us Teleportation Circle, allowing us to travel even greater distances now. For our 5th level spell, let's grab Steel Wind Strike. Being able to teleport around and strike multiple enemies seems quite useful for Obito. 18th level Rangers gain Feral Senses. We no longer have disadvantage on attack rolls when fighting a creature we can't see. We're also aware of the location of any invisible creature within 30 feet of us, provided that the creature isn't hidden and we are not blinded or deafened. 19th level is our final ability score improvement. We'll drop this into our Wisdom, raising it to a 16. For our final 5th level spell, let's grab Freedom of the Winds from the Tal'Dorei campaign setting Reborn. This will allow us to teleport out of the way of spell effects, another perfect Obito ability. 28th level, the capstone of our build is Foe Slayer. Now once on each of our turns, we can add our Wisdom modifier to the attack roll or the damage roll of an attack that we make against our favorite foe. End result sees us with an average of 152 hit points, and an AC of 17 if we're wearing leather armor, 22 with shield. Obviously, we use our casting of shield to best represent our ability to have enemies phase through us. If we can't make the attack miss with shield, we can use our Spectral Defense to gain resistance to the attack's damage for the turn. Either way, we're taking less damage. Our plus 17 to stealth, plus 22 with Pass Without Trace, is how we get around so easily without being seen, and we don't want to burn spell slots. In combat, wielding our short swords, or kunai as we will call it, we can deal an average of 8 damage a hit, 17 damage a round. With Favored Foe, we can bump this up to 24 damage a round combined with Bow Slayer. Planner Warrior allows us to boost this to an average of 33 damage a round, and luckily since Favored Foe can be applied just by hitting a target, we can do both in the same round, so not quite as much setup as if we were using Hunter's Mark. Our damage output is alright, but we are meant to be fighting multiple enemies with abilities like Distance Strike, allowing us to make 3 attacks in one round if we're targeting a different creature with each attack, and Steel Wind Strike, allowing us to attack up to 5 creatures. Ultimately, I think this is a build that will best benefit having some support with it, so be sure to get started on building your Akatsuki as soon as possible. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, comment your opinions or suggestions for new builds. Special thanks to Brandon Yates for the music in this video. Be sure to check out Patreon for the character sheet. I hope all your 20s are natural, and I'll see you next time.